Well, here we are, Modena, Italy's breadbasket. The beautiful rolling farmlands are home to a stunning array of world-famous products. Some of the most well-known being various cheeses, including the ever-loved Parmigiano Reggiano. Fantastic meats like the unmistakable prosciutto di Parma. The beautiful delicacy, Aceto Balsamico, which, if you haven't had the real stuff and you've only had it on a salad, you're definitely missing out. And of course, who can forget? Home of Enzo Ferrari himself. Enjoy. Before even booking our Italy trip, we had it made up in our minds to visit a factory to see Parmigiano Reggiano made up close. The process and ingredients to make Parmigiano Reggiano have remained unchanged for 900 years. To make the cheese, milk must come from cows in an immediate production area embracing Parma, Reggio Emilia, Modena, and Bologna. Not only must the milk come from this area, the nutrition of dairy cows comprises of fodders grown in the same area where the cheese is made. Milk is collected twice a day as a result of a 9-century-long tradition. There are different ages of Parmigiano Reggiano, 12, 18, 30, and 36 months old, and each of them gives the cheese various scents and flavors and its own unique palate. The process of making this cheese is beyond rigorous, and only upon multiple inspections and months of work is it even suitable to be given the distinguished title of being labeled Parmigiano Reggiano. When you're in Modena, you can't miss out on something Ferrari related. Unfortunately, we had a number of bookings throughout the day, and we were only spending one day in Modena, so we ran out of time to check out the Ferrari factory in Maranello. I'll be kicking myself for years, as that's where the test track is located, along with the company's complete Formula One heritage and showroom. But there is also a museum dedicated to Enzo Ferrari right in Modena. It's comprised of two buildings. The first is where Enzo Ferrari's father started his mechanical business, and where Enzo conceived his first automobile designs and engines. The second is a main modern building which hosts some of the most significant cars of Ferrari's past, present, and future. So if you're short on time like we were, do not fret. It's a great opportunity to see something Ferrari related. Earlier, I had mentioned that we had really wanted to see some of the local delicacies made up close during our time in Modena. Our last stop before taking the train back to Florence was at one of the most prestigious producers of Aceto Balsamico, or as most people know it, balsamic vinegar, in all of Italy, Giuseppe Giusti. Giuseppe Giusti has been in the family for 17 generations, since its inception in 1605. This makes it the oldest producer in all of Italy. To make the best balsamic vinegar, it comes down to more than just the best Trebbiano and Lambrusco grapes. It also comes down to the cooking procedures, as balsamic is produced by cooking grape must. The aging in casks through the Solera method is considered the most crucial part of the creation of traditional balsamic. The older the cask, the better the balsamic vinegar will be, as casks release increasing intensities of wood notes and aromas into the balsamic over the years of aging. The balsamic that is aged in the cask also releases flavors into the wood itself. As a result, these distinct flavors find themselves ever flourishing as the barrels are used for new production through the years. That's why the heart of their production is made up of over 600 casks dating back to the 18th and 19th centuries. This age is what is responsible for the unmistakable aroma of all Giusti balsamic vinegars. All of the balsamics produced here are adorned with the same historic labels that were first designed and used in the early 1900s. The maximum expression of Giuseppe Giusti's range are the 12 and 25-year-old balsamics. This age statement refers to the absolute minimum time aging. These are unlike anything I have ever tried and have a consistency closer to molasses. We were extremely happy to be able to take a tour of the site, learn of the production, and finish the day off with a tasting of their entire lineup. After a majority of the group had left, we were incredibly lucky to have the opportunity to try their extremely exclusive 50 and 100-year-old balsamics. You heard that right, 100 years old. As you can imagine, these are produced in extremely limited quantities and trace their roots back to the same barrels that were awarded the gold medal at the National Fair in 1861. I can only describe these as tasting like liquid gold. It's unlike anything I've ever tried and was truly a highlight of the day. We really did have a spectacular time in Modena, and and really enjoyed all of the tours we were a part of, most of which were free or only cost a few euros. I highly recommend to anyone that is headed to Italy to make time for at least a day in Modena. It's only a short train ride away from Florence, and it's an opportunity to break up the sightseeing with some fantastic cheeses, balsamics, meats, and food. I feel like the balsamic tour would especially appeal to anyone that's interested in wine or fine spirits. We also found that there were virtually no crowds or tourists. It was a welcome addition because Florence was absolutely packed. As always, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and hit that subscribe button to keep up with our travels. Our next stop is Rome.